as if the holiday season isn't hectic enough. The U.S. Transportation Secretary warns he may need to close some airspace soon if the government shutdown continues for another week. That would lead to, oh my gosh, a whole bunch of canceled flights.
Yeah, and I'm about to get on one this Saturday. Right now, at least 13,000 air traffic controllers and 50,000 TSA officers are working without pay, and many are calling out sick.
So what do you do if you show up and your flight is delayed? Cry.
Yes.
Practice
that's
your
a good start.
resting sad face. Frequent flyer and author of the book, How to Avoid Strangers on Airplanes, Brandon Blewett is here. Welcome to New York Living, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Let's see. Okay, I think he's happy.
I am.
We're reading your
happy.
facial expression.
That is.
He looks, and he also looks. He looks informed. Like
Informed?
He's yes.
Okay.
You're informed.
Can you tell my mom that?
It's always a good start.
By the end
right?
of the segment, we'll give her a call. Thanks for joining us. Busy time of year. He's traveling on Saturday. You mentioned you are a frequent flyer.
I am. For the last 15 years, I have flown weekly for travel, usually 2 flights a week, sometimes more than that. So have racked up a lot of miles, and most of it's been domestic, so it's been a lot of dinking and dunking around the country.
Okay, so he is well informed.
Yeah.
He knows. You
he
know
went with
firsthand.
pickleball references to it as well, too.
So our airports are operating, but they're short-staffed. I know a bunch of friends who are traveling, and they're like, "What's the air traffic control situation going to be? What's all the stuff?"
All the lines are what we. That's the one thing I'm concerned about.
About lines and making your flight.
Because normally you think you know how long it's going to take you. What's the expected wait times? Is that something that's getting longer?
They are. I would say look at the airport's website. A lot of times they have real-time updates on how long each line is at each security station. And sometimes there might be more than one security station at a terminal. And maybe if you don't go to the one closest to your gate, you'll actually be able to get inside the terminal so that you can make that sprint to your gate and make the flight.
Okay, so let's just say we've accepted the fact that airports are short-staffed, period, full stop. Especially flying into and out of the New York City metropolitan area. Oof, it's a whole situation. And that's not even counting getting to the airport. So what is your recommendation for travelers to just keep their heads above water and not make everybody else's life miserable?
Preparation. I think there's a couple of things that you can do. One, always get a good night's sleep the night before your flight, because your mental state is going to be much clearer. I would also say eat. Going back to my mom, she said you're never you when you're hungry. So if you've got some nutrition inside of you,
Snickers commercial right there.
She called it hangry. You know, And so I would say those are two important things, and then check the traffic patterns and give yourself at least an extra hour. During the holidays, 2 hours is generally when people want to get to the airport before. Maybe give yourself an extra hour this time of year and check those apps to make sure that your planned time to get there is actually accurate, because it can differ.
Well, better to be safe than sorry, right?
Exactly.
You don't want it the other way where you miss your flight and then you're blaming everybody else because you didn't leave a little bit earlier. I get that.
I wish I could say I have not done this, but I have done all of these things. I mean, everything you're saying is it's common sense, but it seems like you go to travel and common sense just it goes and finds a new home.
I swear, people joke about the TSA detectors stripping personal data. I'm like, they strip common sense, because once people walk through the airport, if we were on the sidewalk walking here, I wouldn't just stop. But it's like you go to the airport and people think, oh, I'm just going to stop here in the middle of the concourse. So.
No, it's awful.
What's some of the worst passenger behavior you have seen?
How much time do we have?
For you? Lots.
I think that the most obnoxious to me, and it's something that I had to kind of look in the mirror, is what I call in the book the conference call decibelly. And it's the person that maybe is in row 5, but everyone all the way back to row 33 can hear the earnings call that they're walking through. Or I'm an aisle seat guy. And when people walk through the aisle and decide with their backpack on they want to do a Zumba class, right? And it knocks you in the face and you have a black eye, and have fun explaining that to HR when you show up for work the next day.
It's easy for me to get around an airplane because I'm wee. You.
I might put you in the overhead compartment, honestly, right? And have a seat next to me now. If we ever travel together, that's what's happening. I'm telling you right now.
I can literally curl up into a coach seat like this. No problem.
I love to travel. I love to fly. I'm a big red eye guy. I want to, and I'm also a window guy. So everybody leave me alone. I'm going to sleep. All right. When I wake up, I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
And I like that.
But you also have such a great disposition.
I try.
We're going to do some rapid fire etiquette questions with you, if that's okay.
That's perfect.
All right. Is it okay to take your shoes off on a plane?
Only if you don't walk throughout the cabin.
Fair.
I like that.
Okay.
Or put your foot around the person in front of
Correct.
you.
Or on the wall.
Or on the wall.
Or in this, I've been on a flight where I suddenly saw a foot come through the thing.
On the seat?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
If you take your shoes off, they should be near your shoes. So
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Should you feel bad about reclining your seat?
Only if you do so aggressively, because I can't tell you, I've had to replace 2 laptops because when someone slammed it down and my screen was jammed and it messed up my computer. So just do it with a polite, gentleness.
Right. Okay. Should flyers be able to watch R-rated movies?
That's a really good question.
We stumped you.
It has been one of those where I'm like, wow, this is really awkward to be kind of take a look at who's around you, right? I mean, if there's kids and you know that there's going to be scenes that are inappropriate, probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
And is it ever inappropriate, or I'm sorry, is it ever appropriate to ask someone to switch seats?
I do extend grace when I see families because here's the deal. They may have been on a flight that was canceled or delayed. They missed their connection and they don't want to separate. Now, if it's someone that is trying to get you to sit in the middle seat in the back and you have an aisle seat in the emergency exit row, I'm sorry, you're traveling alone. But for families, I think it's a case-by-case situation.
A little empathy goes a long way.
Yeah, absolutely, because we've all been there, right? We've all been there, and especially when you're trying to get that connecting flight.
Yes.
Well, you want all ranks in right there so you can get up and go and get out and get on.
And do all the things. Where's your next flight taking you to?
My next flight is going from LaGuardia to Kansas City and then Kansas City to Dallas. So I've still got 2 more segments this week.
Unbelievable. Well, may the traffic gods forever be in your favor.
Yes, knock on wood.
Thank you so much for being here. You at
Thanks for
home,
having
pick up
me.
a copy of How to Avoid Strangers on Airplanes wherever you buy your books.